When I was first asked by Mark if I was interested in being part of an initiative that he wanted to happen at the school level, where more people became aware and thought about how to use digital learning in their teaching and learning practices, I actually thought that would be a really interesting thing to get involved in, and it was at a time when I felt it would be a useful and appropriate and helpful thing to get involved in.
Much quite anxious really, because I didn't really know how to design a module online, and it's a very different environment to standing in front of a group of students, because standing in front of a group of students you can ask questions, you can interact with your audience, whereas online the environment's very different. So I think that was one of the kind of main challenges that I found at the beginning.
I didn't believe the university had the capabilities. I know we have some super MOOCs that staff in other faculties have done, but I think I was focused on actually wanting to make a TED talk style production because I didn't believe that I could have anything interesting to say.
When I was asked to do a pilot for the Distance Learning Initiative, I thought that was a really good idea, because that's the only way that we're going to find out if what we're doing works, if the students really engage with it and if it adds value for them. So that was a good thing to do, I think.
I wish I had more people in the pilot. There weren't enough, I felt, and they were all Lancaster students, but they were in Ghana. So the pilot was very tidy in the sense that there were few students.
It's exciting point because I have a module to pilots, and I feel could be a milestone, it's achievement for me. But unfortunately, we have some difficulty in recruiting enough students to do the pilots. We only end up with 6 students, and they are not really engaged.
To be honest, I was quite confident about the whole thing because there wasn't a massive amount of pressure on me to deliver anything. So I was quite confident in the fact that I knew that I could help people, to deliver modules and advise on that. So I didn't have as much pressure as the other guys.
It's not just using the technology, it's trying to delineate between what specialist support you need and what you need to actually input in terms of the teaching material.
A lot of things were really good about the LUMS network, and we made a lot of progress, but actually working towards a final product without a point of candidate engagement and without actually knowing the students with which I was going to be engaging, for me I found difficult.
How to speak in front of the camera, how to make sure you're sitting in a good place, how to make sure your eye movements are okay, and your voice is well modulated. This was really hard. We realized we knew very little about this.
The most interesting and enjoyable aspects were actually piloting the module and seeing the student responses and seeing how they engaged with what we'd created.
Definitely working with people from all the different departments in the school. That was very interesting and very enjoyable.
And we have a lot of meetings, we have different ideas and discussions. That's the most interesting part, because we don't know where is the destination, but we still carry on. Yeah, we just keep going on. Yeah, feel the fear, but still carry on. Yeah.
So getting your practice up to speed in one go is I found really quite hard. I think most people with their teaching practice, they work incrementally from one delivery to another, and therefore there's a series of steps of technological innovation in which they're going to want to bring into their practice one by one, and therefore the more frequently they can repeat this, even if in very small batches, the easier it's going to be to adopt incremental technology at each and every revision.
Having the time and resources to actually be able to create the module that you'd really like to create.
So what we would like to say to all our colleagues is,
we'll support you too. Just do it!